Hey guys, this is a kind of a crazy, crazy video. And you might be thinking, well, this is anti-Tesla, but it sort of isn't really. And I think actually you'd be quite surprised at what happened. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. So anti-Tesla protesters, and obviously some of them are anti-Elon Musk, have been, well, setting Teslas on fire. There was I think another 10 Teslas in Germany that about a week ago were set on fire. All this stuff. And as you guys know, I'm firmly against all of that. And when I say firmly against it, I mean completely against it. Now, a recent video from Political Action Group led by donkeys, which might actually explain what they're doing. It's creative, but yeah, the group's video highlighted something positive for Tesla, really, to be honest. So what did they do? Well, they drove over a Tesla in a tank, like a big tank. So apparently in the video, led by donkeys, it featured a guy called Ken Turner, who is a 98-year-old veteran. He served in the British Army during World War II. And the veteran said that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, is using his immense power to support the far right in Europe, and his money comes from Tesla cars. So he noted that he had a message for the Tesla CEO. We've crushed fascism before, and we'll crush it again. To emphasize his point, the veteran proceeded to drive a Sherman tank over a blue Tesla Model 3 sedan, which had a plate that read fascism. Now, guys, I do think it's important to point out, I listened to a speech recently at Toastmasters here in Australia, and it was about the people have forgotten the definition of the word fascism. And the speech was actually illustrating what Mussolini did during the Second World War and what the definition of fascism was in comparison to how we're loosely using the term today. So whenever I hear the word fascism used, I personally feel like it reduces the credibility of the person using it if they're using it in a context that isn't actually correct. And yeah, I think in this case, it might not be correct. The tank crushed the Model 3's glass roof and windows, as you would expect. It's incredibly heavy, and led by donkeys, commenters were obviously very excited. And this is, to be honest, I actually think this video is more about getting views on the YouTube channel. It's more about them getting subscribers and views, and it's more what it's about. I don't think it's really about the Tesla or Elon Musk issue. That's my guess anyway. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? At the end, the interesting thing was that this demonstration actually highlighted just how good the Tesla Model 3's rigidity actually is. And I think the new version of the Model 3 is probably even better. I think the manufacturing processes have improved because this is a pretty old Model 3. You can see from the wreckage, only the glass roof and windows of the sedan were crushed. And it looks like the doors could potentially still be opened, and everything was kind of intact on the lower part of the car. A Sherman tank weighs around 67,000 to 84,000 pounds. 67,000 to 84,000 pounds. So considering the Model 3 weighs 4,000 pounds, right? Oh, a bit less than that actually. It seems to me that this is a remarkable achievement that the Model 3 wasn't completely annihilated. It kind of it does illustrate the point that not just Teslas, but a lot of electric cars using gigacasting. For example, my car uses gigacasting. There's not a lot of electric cars using gigacasting. There's only a few manufacturers at this point in time, but more plan on doing it. I mean, Toyota plans on doing it within a couple of years' time. But you can see using gigacasting, using a structural battery pack enormously improves the strength of these cars. So if someone was to drive over you in their pickup truck or something, very good chance you're still going to be alive to tell the tale and to say, wow, I was involved in this crazy crash. Luckily, I was in what is a very safe car. So it's kind of a good message here, not to Musk or anything like that, but to existing Tesla owners to say, guys, I mean, you have a car that's actually very, very safe. And this is not just Teslas, of course, there are other cars that are very safe. But I think in particular, we know from crash testing safety ratings that Tesla vehicles are exceptionally safe. And I think really, ultimately, that's what this video proved more than anything else. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know what you think in the comments. I lost $400 yesterday, guys. I cancelled my Tesla Model Y Juniper, the new Model Y, cancelled my order. I didn't cancel my order because it's not a good car, but I did it for a very, I think, a good reason. Now, I'm curious to know if you guys agree. Was it a good reason? Should I have cancelled my order? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. I ordered the Model Y Juniper a while back. Now, I should point out, first of all, to those of you who are new to the channel or haven't watched all the videos on the channel, I'm going to be honest, guess no one's watched them all because I've done 7,000 videos. I don't think many, it'd be less than 1%, right, that would have watched all those videos. I have met a couple of people who say they've watched them all, but yeah, most people wouldn't have. I have one car. I have an electric car. It's the Xpeng G6 long range. That's all the cars that I own right now. The last electric car I bought was the BYD Atto 3. I did put it down a deposit for some other cars and then pulled out, changed my mind. So I went and ordered the Tesla Model Y Juniper thinking, well, part of the reason I ordered it actually was because I thought not only would it be a nice car, but I thought you guys would want to know more about it. And based on the information we were seeing out of China, it looked like the battery was going to be different. It was going to be a very different car. It didn't end up, to be honest, didn't end up eventuating in the way that everyone expected it would be based on all the information we were hearing. Yes, it is false. People are claiming the battery is the same. It's technically not the same battery that is used in the standard range Tesla Model Y. I'm talking here, sorry guys, about the standard range Tesla Model Y. It is a different battery. The long range versions, they pretty much whatever market you're in, they use the same battery pack. There's a bit more range in the new Model Y. Efficiency is improved a little bit, not a whole lot more. It's only a few percent more. Now, I really canceled the order, losing $400 in the process. When you put down a deposit, you can't get the deposit back. The biggest reason was because it just doesn't stack up. And I honestly don't know what I was thinking because really, here's the thing. If you compare it to the car that I already own, it doesn't make financial sense. It just doesn't, it's not logical. And I think you'll probably agree with me. Now, for one, the Xpeng G6 is identical in size to a Tesla Model Y. They're within a couple of millimeters of each other. They're basically the same car. They're made in a very similar way. They're both made using gigacasting. Both have massive casting sections. Weight of both cars is very similar, depending on the battery. If you're comparing the same range cars, the weight is basically the same. They're remarkably similar. Xpeng went and took apart a Tesla Model Y years ago, and then they went and remade it, and they made it, I think a bit better. So why is it actually better? And why did I get an Xpeng G6 and stick with that and cancel my Model Y? Well, it comes down to a few things. The price. The price for the Xpeng G6 long range is basically the same as the price for the Tesla Model Y standard range.